I bought these raised beds 3 years ago. I paid a cheap price for them. They were the cheapest beds I could find. After 3 years, I'm going to run down how they held up and tell you whether or not they're worth the price. So if you're thinking about raised beds, but you don't want to spend a fortune, that's what I did. And I'm going to go through the pros and the cons of that. I'm fairly new to gardening, and I knew I wanted to use raised beds because of my age and not wanting to bend down all the time, my knees. So I bought the cheapest options, the beds I could find for what I needed. I knew I wanted some taller raised beds to begin with, and I bought them all from Amazon, and I believe they're all Chinese manufactured raised beds. So I got two 8x4 by 2-foot beds, two 4-foot by 4-foot by 1-foot beds, three 3-foot by 2-foot by 1-foot round beds, and one larger 12-foot by 4-foot by 1-foot bed for my tomatoes. All in, taxes, shipping excluded because of Prime, I spent around $350. I bought these beds because, again, they were the cheapest I could find. Wood in the similar, if I wanted to do similar beds in wood, I would have to buy treated wood. Treated wood costs quite a bit. The reason I went with these is strictly cost and ease of putting together. They're fairly easy to assemble. You can get a couple of these beds put together in an afternoon. It really helps to have some help because you have to hold these sections together while you screw them. But they're not that bad to put together. That's the main reason I went aluminum rather than wood or plastic or something like that. It's just the cost. Durability. Do these beds hold up? So after 3 years, they're starting to show their wear, getting some rust spots, some areas where the dirt contacts the bed. You can tell where it's starting to discolor and rust. And that's 3 years in, so I'm not sure how long they're going to last. There is some bowing on these larger beds from the structures that are in. There's some structural rods in the center that they put, I suppose, so they don't bow out. But what I think happens is through the settling of the soil over time, it sags onto those rods and causes them to bow in the center, and it pulls the sides in. Both of my larger beds are doing that. Also, this is a very thin, flimsy material. I mean, it holds the dirt, it does the job, but as far as leaning on it, it doesn't take much, and it bends. And I found that out when I would go to lean bags of soil on it, 40-pound bag of soil on it to dump it in here. Yeah, I would collapse the ends like that. And I can do it fairly easily with my hands. So that just shows you how flimsy this metal is. It's not very thick. So that is one area that I'm sure a better quality bed would have thicker walls. So it does dents easily. It tends to bow in. It tends to also bend when you lean on it. So you just got to be careful around the edges. I think it's a little more noticeable on the larger beds because of, I think, just the size and the span of metal here. Because these 8-foot beds come in 2 4-foot sheets. So the smaller beds come in little sections that are only a foot to 2 feet a piece assembled around. So it's a lot more noticeable on these larger beds. Also, I noticed, I think it depends on the manufacturer. These were all cheaper beds, but these larger ones seem to be the ones rusting the most. And some of these others don't seem to be as bad, although they are all losing their aluminum coating or whatever it is they put on them. It's all starting to corrode, deteriorate. So got that going on. Eventually the rust is gonna probably rust holes in them. So I'm not sure the longevity of it, which concerns me about these deeper beds because there's a lot of soil. I'll bet I spent as much money on the soil to put in here as I did on the beds themselves, probably more. So if I had to replace these beds or go about replacing the sides, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this soil. I'll have to empty it out. Also, to help fill the beds, I put in a lot of wood blocks, wood logs and things like that in the bottom to take up space. As they started to decay, I got a lot of, especially the first year, I had a lot of sinkage. So I had to refill them again. And that's something to think about if you're thinking about raised beds. The other issue that's kind of concerning is you need to be pretty careful around them because they do have some sharp edges. Some of the bolts are exposed, sharp edges on those. Some of the edges that come together on the sections, they expose a sharp edge that if you're not careful, you could cut yourself on. There's another issue that I'm not sure. These are the only raised aluminum beds I've ever used. I'm not sure if that's an issue with other beds or not. Maybe the better quality bed doesn't have those issues. I don't know. But I know that these have some sharp edges and some areas of concern that you have to just be careful of. I'm not sure about what I didn't particularly like about the chrome finish was that when I was gardening in the heat of the summer, the reflection off of this sometimes would be quite bright, hot, and not quite sure how it affected this larger bed, but I think it may have affected some of the stuff in the smaller beds. Maybe stunted their growth because the heat transferred into the soil itself and heated that soil up maybe a little warmer than the plants would like. So if you're going with a smaller bed, you might want to keep that in mind in a heated environment or in a warm environment. And I also think that the cold in the wintertime, I had a bunch of garlic in one of my smaller beds that the whole bed didn't make it through the winter. And it was the bed that was in the shade most of the time, didn't get summer or winter sunshine. The shade of the house kept it shaded almost all the time. And I think the ground froze solid in the entire bed because everything in that bed, all the garlic rotted and turned to mush. So it's another thing to keep in mind that wintertime freezing issues in a smaller bed like that could be an issue with something you're trying to overwinter or plant in the fall and have it go through the winter into the spring. At least that's what I think happened with my limited experience. As far as growing in them, they were as I expected. It was a pleasure to garden out of them. To sit where I am now in a chair and garden from sitting position like this, I can reach everything very easily without straining my back or my knees. These two beds in particular, because they're much higher, really that's what my goal was what these offered was ease of use, ease of gardening in general. They fulfilled that bill. So all in all, the quality of these beds, particularly these larger beds, seems a little, in my opinion, flimsy. A little, I guess you get what you pay for type of thing, you know. I suppose a lot of this didn't come as a surprise to me. Going with the cheaper version like this, I didn't expect them to be super high quality. But if I could do it over again on these larger beds, I would have stepped up in quality. Are they worth it? Are they worth the money? Well, yeah, for the money you pay for them, they're not very expensive. They do the job. You kind of get the job done with them. They're not pretty, but, you know, it's kind of like, you know, driving a cheap car compared to a Lexus. they get you to where you're going, but you're not proud to show them off. So, it works. They work. If you want something that's aesthetically pleasing, something that um, it looks good in your yard, I would go with something a little higher quality, possibly. So, this is a 3-year review. I suppose I'll do another if they still exist in 3 more. But we will see. We'll see if I make a decision on upgrading or, um, you know, I guess being 67, the work I went through putting the dirt and the logs and everything else in these, I'm not sure I want to do it again. I mean, that's something to keep in mind, is that it takes an awful lot to fill these things, especially beds of this size, with logs, with soil, with the sinkage, and then reapplying soil. And I don't have a bulk soil provider around here. That would have been the best way to do it. I bought bags at a time, and it took a lot of soil, a lot of money, a lot of soil. So for the money, I suppose they're a decent value because you get these fairly cheap. I got 8 beds for $350. That's just aluminum though. That's not the dirt. All in, I probably spent close to $1,000 to get all these beds taken care of. And I can't imagine what would have been with redwood or some other treated wood, some lumber. Would I buy these again? I don't know that I'd buy the big ones again. I think putting this much soil, this much work into these 2 beds, I would have bought a higher quality bed for these um, larger beds that hold all this soil and all the work that went into them. The smaller beds, I think they work fine. You get what you pay for. I think that for the price, it's not a bad deal. Really, they do the job. These really keep the weeds out. They make it easier on your back and your knees. And they really are exactly what I was after. I just wished I had the foresight to, after putting this much money into the bed as far as soil and labor, that maybe I'd up the quality on this a few $100s anyway. I think it would have been worth it. That's my take on it. You can take that for what you will. I am not an overly experienced gardener, so that's coming from somebody that's in my 4th year of doing this. So you can take that with a grain of salt, but that's my experience so far. Should you consider getting some of these cheaper raised beds? All depends on what you want. Do you just want to get something in and then do some gardening and throw some tomatoes in or some flowers, put them in a bed? They'd be just fine. But if you're looking for long-term, serious, 10, 15, 20-year gardening option, again, this is only 3 years in, so I only have 3 years to gauge this on, but I would bet that 15 years from now, these they're not going to look so good if they're even standing at all. That's my take on it. That's my thought. So I hope this information helped. Maybe I'll do a follow-up in a year or two, see how they hold up, and I'm sure the videos you'll see how they're holding up through the summer and everything. Hey, let me know in some comments what you think. Have you ever bought these? Have you ever tried these beds? Or have you tried alternative beds, better quality beds? And what would you recommend? I'd like to know. Like I said, I'm fairly new at this, so this is the only experience that I have. And I just thought I'd share my experience. So I hope you come back. Take care. Bye.